Hello Cancer, welcome. It's Sandra here from Wolf Moon Tarot. This is your Faery Oracle reading for April 2021. I've pre-shuffled the cards to get your energy into the cards, Cancer, so I'll just do a final shuffle now. It is a general reading, so it certainly will resonate with somebody or a few of you, but it can't resonate with all of you because it is a general reading. But do take what resonates with you and then leave the rest for somebody else or for others. Alright Cancer, so we have the heart of your reading here, a challenge to that. What's in your power ×2, a possible outcome, and then something else that the energies would like to say to you. At the bottom of the deck we have the Piper, and this is about harmony. Achieving harmony, inner harmony, outer harmony, however you achieve the harmony. This is so there's an overall energy here about achieving harmony. So I'll just put that to one side and just do a final shuffle now. Could we clarify all of the cards on the table, please? Clarify all of the cards on the table, please. Okay, and at the bottom of the deck here we have the Singer of the Chalice, and this is being open now to beautiful energies coming down for you that include joy and happiness, connectivity, optimism. So all of those beautiful, healing also. So being open to the Singer of the Chalice energies coming down for you now. Coming down and also coming up from the earth energies also. So beautiful, beautiful. So I'll just put that to one side also. So two lovely energies to start with, harmony and the Singer of the Chalice with beautiful energies coming down. All right, so at the heart of your reading, Cancer, we have Laced Moon's Daughter and Bodacious Bodak. Laced Moon's Daughter, now this is light being shed. This is coming out of the shadows and shedding light on something. So something is going to become clear. It's clarity, it's some clarity coming in. Now the clarifier is Bodacious Bodak. So he is the meddler in the Faery Oracle. So he will say that he's helping, all right? So if there's anything you've left undone, he will get it, he will finish it off, but it won't be done how you want it doing. So he's very much the meddler. Now, so light, something is going to become clear, light's going to be shed on, possibly somebody that's meddling, somebody that wants to do things their way, but not your way. So it's just being mindful about that, Cancer. It'll be something different for all of you. But just be mindful of that energy. Okay. Now, the challenge for you, yes, we've got Lease of the Shadows and we have the Topsy-Turvies. So, Lease of the Shadows, this is when the time has come when you are ready to heal the past, to start the healing process of what it is from the past. But that's the challenge for you. So even though Lease of the Shadow saying, yes, you are ready to seek help, to seek support, to heal something from the past, it's a challenge for you to do that. And the clarifier is the Topsy-Turvies, and this is about differing perspectives, people who have different views to yourself, people who because of different contexts, because of how they've evolved, perhaps, how you've evolved. So we can all look at something, the same thing, and have a different view of it, different perspective, because of our background, our nature, our character. Our past experiences. So there's something here, this is the challenge for you. there's a need to start the healing process now, and Lisa the Shadows is saying you are ready. You have come a long way, Cancer. You are ready. But there's something about different perspectives, and this is a challenge for you. They're both challenges for you. And that's perhaps part of the past difficulties that you've had that you need to start healing from, because of the difficulties to do with perspective and viewpoint and opinion, perhaps. Okay, so and also remember we had the Singer of the Chalice, so this is about being open to healing and all the positive energies that the universe wants to send down for you. So what's in your power at this time, Cancer? Well, we have Gocha and we have the Fawn. Now, Gocha is when there's something that you don't want to face, something you're going to find difficult to look at. You can see Gocha's looking, the elf looking through his fingers at something because it's difficult to face. But it's within your, this is within your power situation. So what this is saying is, because we've got the Clarifier, the Fawn, and this is when you're in your groove. This is the universal power, the law of attraction, the universal energies, and you're in the groove, and they are flowing through you and coming up from the earth energy also, meeting here in your third eye. So clarity of thought, clarity of energy, you're in the groove, things are working really well for you. And the law of attraction is working really well for you, a very opportune time. It's an opportune time to deal with whatever it is that you don't want to deal with. So this is coming out a little bit, quite a few of the messages coming out here are very much saying the same thing, because there's a need for harmony, there's a need to be open to these lovely energies, because at the heart of your reading, light is being shared on something that needs dealing with, needs finishing, needs sorting out by yourself. Don't leave it to somebody else. So coming out of the shadows with that. But you see, the challenge is Lisa the Shadows starting to deal with something about perspective and viewpoint. So yeah, so Gocha, this is an opportune time to face something that's a bit difficult for some of you. What else is in your power? Well, we have Luminous Loom and the Fairy Godmother. So if I look at Luminous Loom first, this is when your cup is half empty, when you're expecting the worst, being very negative, or only being able to see the negative, being suspicious of everything, that sort of an energy. Now that's to clarify for the Fairy Godmother, there's a universal gift being offered to you now. A universal gift being offered to you. That should bring joy and happiness, prosperity, to lift your energy. But I feel even though this is around, you are doubting it. You're doubting it. You're quite negative about what it is. He looks very suspicious, doesn't he, Luminous Loom? He's suspicious about the good fortune, perhaps, the positivity that's on offer from the universal energies. Now, a possible outcome, we have the Soul Shrinker and Flaff the Footer. The Soul Shrinker, this is when somebody speaks without giving it any thought, without a filter. So they may speak bluntly. Their words may come out quite unkind because it's how it's received by others. So it's not to say that the person, the soul shrinker, intends to hurt or upset people's emotions. However, because the soul shrinker speaks, just says it how he thinks, it may not be the right thing to say, or he may not say it in the right way, and it does. It shrinks somebody else's soul. That's what it means. So it gets through to people's heart and their emotions. So this is an outcome. Now for me, this is either somebody that you know connected to your Cancer who has this energy, which can be very difficult to be around, can't it? Now, for others of you, if this is not somebody connected to, this may be an aspect of yourself at times to consider. It may be that you react rather than respond at times, and so what you want to say comes out wrong and quite bluntly. All right, and the reason I say that is because the challenge for you is there is something that needs a healing, and it is to do with viewpoint and perspective, differing viewpoint and perspective. So, that's what may happen here for some of you. Perhaps if you feel challenged, especially if you have a Gocha and Luminous Loom energy about you. If you feel a bit negative about things, then you would react perhaps to certain stimuli as opposed to responding. That's not to say, Cancer, for whoever that this is like this all the time. It's just, we can all have our buttons pressed, can't we? That gets to us, and then we can react too quickly, and perhaps unnecessarily. But it's always good to stand back and respond in a measured way if possible. Now, fluff the footer. This is about being grounded. So coming down out of your head and grounding yourself. This helps with harmony also. This helps to achieve harmony. So coming out of your head, out of what's going on in your head, if things are going over and over in your head, and coming down and have a massage, a bath, a shower, walk in nature. Whatever does it. For some people it's working on a hobby or creating, isn't it? That helps to get them grounded. So taking time out. So this is going to help to either deal with this energy if it's around you, to try and distance yourself perhaps from this energy if it's around you, or to help you manage it if it's an aspect that you realise is a part of yourself. Okay. So what would the energies like to say to you? So we have the Singer of Transfiguration and Lom the Poet. Now, this is the Phoenix rising up from the ashes. So I feel you're going through a period of enormous change, Cancer. And that's why all these messages have come out for you. Although some of them seem to be a bit challenging, but that's what we have to do. We have to be challenged, don't we? To make ourselves stand back and look at ourselves, look at what's going on around us. What is it we need to change? Because there is a time of quite significant change happening now. And as you're going through this change, there are going to be challenges. There are going to be challenges. But what you are, this transfiguration, it's going to be wonderful. There's a need for change. And then Lom the Poet, which is the dreamer, the romancer. Something, when anybody talks to Lom the Poet about poetry, writing, reading, the arts, this wakes him up, it sparks him. All right, so there's something you're perhaps dreaming of, daydreaming about. that is all part of this transfiguration, bringing your dreams into reality. But also I feel with Lom the Poet, something is sparking you. Something is sparking you, waking you up. And this is leading on to, this is why there's this time of change happening. Because something has sparked you, has woke you up. But you know, change can be challenging at times, but it's all worth it. It's well worth it, and it's something that needs to happen. All right, so lovely energies for you there, lovely messages for you there, Cancer, for whoever this is for. I'm just going to get 2 final messages from the Sacred Traveller. So could we have 2 final messages for Cancer, please? For April 2021. 2 final messages. For Cancer, please. Okay, so we have valiant courage, take action with passion, and we have narrow pathway, tread thoughtfully. All right, so as you're going forward through this time of change and transfiguration, be courageous, take action, but with passion. All right, be courageous, but also obviously passionate about what you're doing. But tread thoughtfully. All right, there's a narrow pathway here. So, you know, the people we connect with, the journey that we're on, sometimes, you know, there isn't always room to put mistakes right. So, you know, it can be, not always, but it can be a bit of a narrow path we were walking on, isn't it? So just if the energies are just asking you to give a bit more thought, perhaps, to communication, perhaps for some of you, for decisions made, or that you're going to make, activities, the journey you're on, whatever it is. They're just asking you to tread thoughtfully. Perhaps, you know, considering yourself, you know, what works for yourself, but also for the people that you're connected with, that you come into contact with, you know, how best to blend and support others around you, you know, that you're in with positive connections. All right, Cancer. Okay. It's all right, I'm being asked to just come back. So it's being courageous also for some others of you, that this pathway you're walking, to nurture yourself and look after yourself on that pathway, and just be mindful of perhaps perspective of others that may not always have your best interests at heart, especially if this is an energy that you are connected to going forward. So just tread thoughtfully, just be mindful of those energies as you go forward with courage. All right, Cancer, I'm going to leave it there. For whoever this was for, I hope it's been of a help and it's had some meaning for you. But good luck going forward, and I hope you can join me again in the future. So bye bye for now.